Hello, my fiery friends. Welcome to another awesome and fiery fun stream. I'm your host, the Infernoman here, and hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you are at. So, we're now, of course, going to kick off the weekend by doing, again, another deep dive into the continuation for Secrets of Strixhaven. But, what exactly are we going to be playing with today? Well, I'm glad you asked. So, without further ado, let's just jump into it now and show you exactly what we're going to be playing with today. Alright. So, without further ado, join me today in the Brawl format, as again, we're going to try to do at least one of each of the schools, and I think now we're on Quandrix today. So, we'll be highlighting Zimone herself, as she'll be playing in this deck that wants us to solve for X. So that's going to be the game plan for today, everyone. We're going to see if we can try to play a bunch of X spells. We'll see if we can try to get a lot of extra value from Zimone. And if not that, we could usually have her get pumped up just enough where she'd be able to smash her way to victory on her own. But before we get started, as always, here's how we're going to break it down for you. First off, again, we'll go over the stats of the deck real briefly. We'll cover every single card in the deck itself. We'll play as many matches as we can with this budget version of the deck. And normally we would do actually a secondary deck that is an upgrade to this one. But actually, due to some unforeseen circumstances, I haven't had a chance to actually finish that deck. So I decided I'm going to scrap that, and we're just going to start from scratch. Once we get to the halfway point, we'll just have a copy of the upgraded deck here, and we'll just kind of build it as we go. From there, we'll then play whatever we can with the remaining time we have, and then we'll wrap it up from there. But let's go ahead, let's get ourselves started here. Long-time viewers of the channel know how we do it. We got to talk about the stats of the deck before we dive right in. So solve for X here. Our Quandrix deck is, as it mentions, it's going to be blue and green. Average mana curve is going to be about 2.1, and we'll be rocking a total of 25 creatures in the deck. We have 22 instants, 11 sorceries, 4 artifacts, 5 enchantments, and 34 lands. The land count, as always, does look a little bit lower, but that's always because we do modal lands. But in order for us to make this work, let's go ahead, let's cover exactly how this is actually going to play out. So starting, of course, with the commander herself, Zimone, Infinite Analyst here. She's a legendary creature, human wizard, that says the first spell you cast with X in its mana cost each turn costs 1 less to cast for each +1/+1 counter on Zimone. Whenever you cast your first spell with X in its mana cost each turn, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Zimone herself. So the whole game plan is, that's why we're calling it Solve for X. We have a handful of key spells in the deck that we're hoping are going to help us go off here and then just do some crazy shenanigans, because her ability allows us to then subtract what we need. That's where the math comes in, right? And then hopefully from there, we can just get extra value as the game progresses. So as long as we can keep her on the field, this will get insane as we can keep going. But in order to do that, let's go ahead and let's cover every single let's cover every single card in the deck. Words are hard, by the way. Okay, so in the one-drop slot here, we're going to be utilizing a handful of counter spells to keep our game plan in check. So a Null here, countering artifacts or enchantments. Rapid Hybridization allows us to destroy a creature, and then leaves behind a Frog Lizard for us. Slip out the back here, puts a +1/+1 counter on a creature, and it can phase out to protect it like Zimone. Since we're going to be playing in blue, we'll take advantage of Wash Away here. Normally use this as a counter spell against commanders once this comes in as a one-turn spell. Haywire Might here allows us to sacrifice it to exile a non-creature artifact or an enchantment to get it out of the way. Since we're going to be utilizing a lot of +1/+1 counter shenanigans, we're also going to take advantage of Hardened Scales here. Servant of the Scale here allows us to come in with the +1/+1 counter on the creature. If it dies, you can put X amount of +1/+1 counters on another creature with whatever it has accumulated. Snakeskin Veil leaves behind a +1/+1 counter on a creature, giving it hexproof until end of turn, so good for pumping it up. Stocking the Pantry here is a slow but incremental bonus for us. Whenever we put a +1/+1 counter on a creature, put a supply counter on the enchantment, and then we can remove them by paying 2 and simply drawing more cards. Thirsting Roots here allows us to dig out a basic, or uses to proliferate, so we can start pumping up and putting extra +1/+1 counters across our whole game plan. Vastwood Fortification here is either a tap land, or it can be a +1/+1 counter ability. Repeal here is one of our X spells that we can take advantage of with Zimone here. You can use this to bounce back a non-land permanent with a mana value of X to its owner's hand, and we can just draw a card off of that. Spectral Denial here will be 1 less to cast for each creature we control with power 4 or greater, and basically it's going to be a very fancy, although a little clunky counter spell, but I trust you, this can actually work pretty well. Syncopate here, another one of our X counter spells here. You can counter a spell unless its controller pays X, whereas whatever amount we paid for. And if we do manage to counter the spell, we can of course exile that out of the game. Feral Hydra here. So this is also another sub-theme for the deck here with Zimone. A lot of the X spells that are creatures tend to actually be Hydras. So we're going to actually take advantage of some cheap Hydras we can throw into the game plan here. This will enter with an X amount of +1/+1 counters on it, depending on what you actually want to pay. And then its secondary ability allows it to pump itself up with counters, or any player can actually activate this ability. Not that I would ever wonder your opponent would not want to activate this themselves, but there might be some weird, goofy cases here and there. Gold Vein Hydra, however, is one of our better Hydras for the deck here. Vigilance, Trample, and Haste. It enters with a +1/+1 counter on it with whatever amount you want to pay for. When it dies, it leaves behind a bunch of tapped treasure tokens equal to its power. So this can, of course, be 2-in-1 like a pseudo ramp card, but also ideally just, again, helps us smash our way through. Nyxborn Hydra here is an enchantment Hydra. It's a 0/1. It has Bestow of X and double green. It has Reach and it has Trample. And if you use it for its Bestow ability, it enters then as an actual aura enchantment. And the creature will get +1/+1 for each +1/+1 counter on this aura, and it has Reach and Trample on top of that. Wildwood Scourge. Try saying that 5 times fast. But yes. This enters with an extra amount of +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on a non-Hydra creature you control, you can even put more counters on this. So this actually works hand in hand with Zimone as the game keeps going on. So it's actually a pretty neat little Hydra for us. Ren's Run Hydra here, another Hydra with Reach, and it enters with an X amount of +1/+1 counters on it, but you can also use the Reinforce ability. For that ability, you then pay the amount, then discard the card to put amount of +1/+1 counters on another target creature at instant speed. In the 2-drop slot here, we'll utilize also another kind of small thing here, which is Proliferate. Proliferating allows you to put a number of counters on other things, whether it's us, permanents, or whatever, and allows us to then start adding more to that. But on top of that, we'll simply just draw a card. Serum Snare here allows us to bounce back a non-land permanent to its owner's hand, and of course, if that mana value was 3 or less, we can also proliferate with it, so this helps us give more counters. We'll throw in, of course, counterspell proper here. Wild Rose Rebellion is what it's called from the Final Fantasy set. Devoted Druid here puts a -1/-1 counter on itself to untap it, so you can actually tap for more green mana. But if we can start counterbalancing this with +1/+1 counters, then we can just constantly tap and untap this to get a ton of value off of it. Since we are in green, we're going to take advantage of a handful of ramp spells for us. We're going to be using Newfound Adventure / Farseek for ramping. We'll throw in, of course, Into the North. We have, Rampant Growth here as well. So basically, these are all going to help us, of course, just get more mana out there. Incubation Druid here, going to be a 0/2. However, if you have a +1/+1 counter on it, you can start adding 3 mana instead of tapping it for 1 mana. And it also has Adapt of 3 to add its own set of counters onto it. Order of Nihilea here is an enchantment aura. Whenever we attack with whatever this is attached to, put a +1/+1 counter on the creature. If it has 3 or more counters on it, you sacrifice the aura to then dig out 2 basic lands and put them onto the battlefield tapped. Ozolith the Shattered Spire here. So this is a legendary artifact for 2 mana here, and then of course it allows us to do the same thing, kind of like the Hardened Scales here. So it then puts more +1/+1 counters on our package here. If for whatever reason you don't need it, you can simply cycle it away. We'll also throw in, of course, even more ramp with Growth Spiral here. So then it allows us to draw a card and then put any land we want, and it doesn't have to be a basic; it can be any land, which is nice. Merfolk Skydiver, here's a Merfolk Mutant. It has flying, and when it enters, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature we control, and then its secondary ability allows us to proliferate for 5 mana. Planar Genesis here allows us to dig 4 cards deep into our library, put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped. But if we don't do that, you can put the card from among them into your hand. So that's actually nice for us to kind of dig out stuff. We have, of course, the other Zimones in the deck, so we're going to throw in, of course, Zimone Quandrix Prodigy here from the original Strixhaven. So 2 mana, 1/2. This version here, you can tap her and pay 1 to put a land from your hand onto the battlefield tapped, and then also you can draw a card with her for 4 mana. If you control 8 or more lands, you can then draw 2 cards instead, so she gets actually much more better as the game goes on. We'll have a light package of small ramp options here with cards like Arcane Signet here. We'll have throw in Swiftfoot Boots here to give our creature hexproof and not indestructible, I wish it did. Actually, hexproof and haste, so it gives it protection for Zimone. Some of our other X spells will include Math Magics here, so this one's a I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't know the math too well here, but basically it says target player draws 2 X in cards. So if you're not very good with math like I am, actually I'm not good with math at all. So in other words, it's trying to say right here. So 2 times the X cards. And you can see the example they give you here. So in other words, if you pay the X, so pretty much you can then draw 1. It was what? Hold on. Okay, sorry. Gotta breathe in and out, everyone. Okay, so gotta slow myself down. 2 and 0 would equal out to the 1. So in other words, you just draw 1 card. So 2 to the power of 1 would equal out to 2 cards you draw. And then 4 to the power of 3 would be 8, then 16, then 32, and so on. So literally, whatever amount you pay will start doubling it up, and doubling it up. So just gonna know that we'll try to cheapen the cost for this and get a ton of cards off of it. Don't worry too much about the math, but it will check out. It will check out. In any case, moving on here. So Steelbane Hydra here, another one of our Hydras, can enter with an X amount of +1/+1 counters because it's an X spell. You can also remove a +1/+1 counter from the creature destroyed artifact or enchantment, so that's nice for us. Voracious Hydra here, it can be spot removal for us built onto a creature. When the creature enters, you can either double the counters that you put onto it or use it as a fight spell to fight a creature you don't control. Of course, one of my favorite X spells here is going to be Doppelganger. We've used this card in the past year, but this card can go absolutely bananas in a deck like ours. So triple X and and green and blue here. For each of X target permanents, create X amount of tokens that are copies of that. So in other words, if you only pay the 1, you only get 1 copy of something, which is not very exciting. So that's why you want to at least go to 2. So for that, if you pay 8, so that means 6X and then the 2, that means you can get 2 copies of 2 permanents. And on top of that, go 3, you get 3 copies of 3 permanents, and so on and so on. So it just gets out of control if you can have a ton of mana out. Fractal Summoning here is one of our Fractal lesson cards here. Creates a 0/0 green and blue Fractal creature token and put an X amount of counters on it, depending on whatever X was. Speaking of other spells like this, we also have Hydroid Krasis here. We have Nimbus Swimmer, Terra Fractal, Repulsive Mutation, Sky Rider Elf, and the Goose Mother. All of these, of course, are X spells that, of course, are going to help out taking advantage of Zimone's ability here. With the Krasis here, you draw cards and you gain life rounded down, at least like half of the X. So just FYI. With the Nimbus Swimmer here, it just enters with +1/+1 counters on, but it has flying. It's a Leviathan. With Terra Fractal here, Dinosaur Fractal has flying, but it's actually a 1/0. It enters with X amount of +1/+1 counters on it, and also you gain 2 life. Repulsive Mutation here, put X amount of +1/+1 counters on a creature, and then counter up to 1 target spell once its controller pays the mana equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. So kind of a clunky pump spell and counter spell built into it. Sky Rider Elf here also comes in with counters with a +1/+1 counter for each color of mana spent to cast it. So realistically, it's not going to get that many counters, but it's still helpful. And the Goose Mother here wants you to have food out. The only way you're going to be able to then take advantage of this card is whenever the Goose Mother enters, you'll create half X food tokens rounded up. Wow, I really cannot say my words right now. However, when it attacks, if you sacrifice the food, you can start drawing cards with it. There we go. Wow. Okay, moving on. We have Hydroelectric Specimen here, 3 mana, 1/4 weird that has flash, so you can use this to redirect this target of a single instant or sorcery spell to it to kind of, draw the heat away, or it can just be a land in a pinch. Imprisoned in the Moon here allows you to enchant a creature, land, or planeswalker and turn it into a colorless land. So use this and save it for like something you have a hard time dealing with, or at the very least if you can't counterspell it, like a commander, and completely lock it out for the rest of the game. Reject Imperfection here is a counterspell. It's a little expensive, but you can counter a spell with a mana value 3 less, then it allows you to proliferate. Sink into Stupor here can allow you to bounce back a spell or non-land permanent to its owner's hand, and if you don't need that, you can just use it as a land. Ball Again Recovery allows you to bring back any magic card from your graveyard to her hand, or again, use it as a tap land. Beast Within's a little bit more of an expensive version of Rapid Hybridization, but it still does the same thing. Allows you to destroy any permanent, though, besides just creatures, and leave behind a beast token for your opponent. Carnivorous Canopy allows you to destroy an artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying, and if its value is 3 or less, you can also proliferate. Evolution Sage here is one of our few landfall triggers in the whole deck, but the reason why we only just want this one is it allows us to proliferate whenever a controlled land enters. Zimone All Questioning, so another Zimone here. It's a human wizard. For at the beginning of your end step, if this version of Zimone is on the field, and if a land enters the battlefield under your control, and you control a prime number of lands, create Primo, the indivisible legendary, which is a 0/0 fractal, and then put an X amount of +1/+1 counters on it based upon whatever that prime number is. So in other words, you can either have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, and 21 are prime numbers. So you don't have to know your prime numbers that well. Just know that a prime number just pretty much just means it's something that can only be divided by itself. I think I remember that, right? I remember my math. I think I do. Any case, Paradox Survivor. A 3 mana 3/3 Elf Druid here with Reach. When the creature enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library, so digging 5 deep to reveal a land card or a card with X in it and put it into your hands. It helps us again dig out. If you want to swap out Zimone here, you can for Primo, but realistically you probably shouldn't because Primo here actually goes better in his own separate deck regarding a specific thing. So we'll talk about this for a moment. It's a Fractal Wolf here. It's a legendary creature 0/0 with Trample. Primo enters with twice the X amount of +1/+1 counters on it. So if you only pay just 1 X, it enters as a 2/2. as an example. Whenever one or more creatures you control with base power 0 deal combat damage, so this is where it gets a little funky, but I'll explain how this works in a second. You get to create an you get to create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token and put a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the damage dealt. So in other words, say if Primo himself actually swings and does damage, then you get to create a 2/2 you get to create a fractal that has 2 +1/+1 counters on it. So that's how it works. You want to basically build him up with creatures that are 0/0s without using any counters. So this actually goes really well with the Hydra plan, but again, you have to actually build around him specifically. So that's why he's in the 99, but if you like him, you actually can use him as a backup commander, but you might have to tweak your deck just a little bit. Going into the 4-drop slot, we have a Eureka Moment here, so draw 2 cards, put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Lessons from life with that wonderful artwork, by the way. Even if I am a fan of Ninja Turtles, I'm just not a fan of this art. But in any case, meta aside, draw 3 cards and then put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Proctor's Gaze here for 4 mana, also instant, allowing you to bounce back up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Then you can pull out a basic land card out of your library and put it onto the battlefield tap for more ramping. Quandrix Cultivator here, Turtle Druid. When this enters, you can search your library for a basic forest or island card and put it onto the battlefield tapped. Embrace the Paradoxes in our 5-drop slot, allowing us to draw 3 cards and put a land card from our hand onto the battlefield tapped. And then finally, at the very top of the curve here, Disciple of Freyalise here. When this creature enters, sacrifice another creature if you'd like to, and if you do, you gain X life and draw X cards, where X is that creature's power. Hopefully with all the +1/+1 counters we put across our creatures, you can use this Disciple to pretty much just sack something to refuel your hand and hopefully get back into the fight. If nothing else, if you don't need it, just simply use it as a tap land. Or I guess you could pay 3 life to also make it untapped. Otherwise, as far as the remaining package goes, we'll be utilizing, of course, just the basics here. 8 islands, 8 forests, 2 snow-covered islands, and 2 snow-covered forests. Mostly that's just because of into the north. We'll throw in, of course, some tap lands like Litjara Mirror Lake. This can also make copies of stuff. Meditation Pools here, Paradox Garden, Rimewood Falls, Tangle Islet, Thornwood Falls, and then our utility lands will be as follows. Our Arid Archway, since we are using some modal lands, we can use this to bounce them back to use them as spells. Broker's Hideout is one of our fetches, along with we have Promising Vein here. For non-basic land hit, we have Volatile Fall here, Demolition Field. Command Tower is a staple for any deck out there that's multicolored. Nesting Grounds to move around some of those counters to other things if we want to pump something else up. And finally, for pseudo Graveyard Hate, we have Pit of Offerings to round out our package. But otherwise, that is the whole game plan for you, everyone, all in a nutshell. Although I realize now, let's see, hold on. We probably are going to snip away, because I forgot there might be actually one card I probably realized I probably should put in. So there's one, hold on. Cut 1 island here, and then there is 1 card that actually could help us out here that I realize is in the landfall package. So with that, we will actually focus on, where's it at? There it is, Tireless Provisioner. That's all. Every time I play green, you always I always got to put in that card because it's just literally free value for us. You get to create food tokens and treasure tokens with it, so why not? Okay, but don't worry. We'll get this going here, everyone. There are definitely other ways you can make Zimone work, but for our version here, we mostly just want to focus on the X spells. Wait, hold on. Whoop. Played the wrong deck there. It's okay. We're going to get started right now, everyone. I swear, we will. All right, so play. And then we'll set this up right now. But don't worry. We will get, of course, to the upgraded version a little bit later on. But for now, let's see if our budget version of Zimone here, solving for X, can get us a couple victories here. Hopefully it will. Okay, so now that we're all squared away here, everyone, how's everyone's week been going so far? Hopefully you all have been having a good week with whatever you're doing, whether you're playing Magic, whether you're doing something else. Let me know how it has been going, everyone. Oh, okay, our opponent is going to be a mirror match here. All right, bring it on, opponent. Our first game. Let's see who has built the better Zimone deck. Of course, granted, we're probably going to be at a disadvantage because we are playing on a budget that's self-inflicted. Our opponent doesn't have to worry about budget, so they're probably going to go all out. Let's see if that comes back to hurt us. But at least you can kind of look at this as kind of like an idea of what you want to do in the future once you get Zimone going. Okay, we'll put out the island in case we need to counter something. Okay, opponent, what you got? Nothing yet. Okay. All right, well, that's fine. So for now, rampant growth. So I guess we'll get our ramp package going first. We will get out a regular forest. This way we have what we need for Primo. Here comes Zimone first. Alright, that's fine, opponents. Okay, Zimone coming on down. We're going to wait for a second here with this. The reason being is we want to make sure counters actually are added to Zimone, because otherwise, if we try to cast this for 1, even though the cost can get cheaper, Zimone has no counters, so you got to wait it out for a bit. So you see, your opponent actually played that for free, but added counters already. Whereas for us, what we want to do is... Let's see, pay the 1. So now counters get added to Zimone here, if our opponent lets us. Control denial. So our opponent does counter our own Primo. But at least now we get counters on Zimone herself. At least we are ramping ahead of our opponent here. Okay, Embrace the Paradox could be nice next turn. Mind over Matter. So they draw a bunch. Okay, so they managed to put down 1 Mossborn Hydra. And they're pumping it up. Ugh, that's not good. But the good news is we actually do have a Serum Snare, so we actually do have options for us here. Let's play this for 0. Zimone has counters now, so this actually will come in with some stuff, which is great. So that means she gets a little bit of extra pump. Okay. And let's see. Opponents. What you got? Tie bar stand. They got tie bar stand. Alright. So let's see. That means... Okay, we can see if we try to counter that. Oh, I realized I didn't do that right. Okay, well... I realize now I'm not doing the math correctly on this. I never said I was good at math, everyone. Never said I was good. So I realize now I was supposed to play X higher to actually counter that, and I didn't because I miscalculated my own card. So, and I guess I'll say it right now. I'm not good at these X clunky decks here. Not to mention also I actually did not test this deck more than like 1 game. So our opponent probably has the edge here because they know how to play their deck, and also... I'm not really fond of Simic / Quandrix colors. This is probably my least favorite color combination in Magic, and I'll just take the L now. So that one mistake I made there literally now just cost me the game, but that's okay, everyone. Not a huge deal. It's okay. I will take that L. But again, that was game 1, so I have no real experience with the deck I threw together in like 15 minutes. Only had 1 game with it 2 days ago. I didn't get a chance to actually test it out yesterday just because of, you know, things happen. But I'll talk about that in a future update for you guys. And also, again, playing a deck that's my least favorite colors all wrapped up together, that probably means I'm probably going to be playing this deck very poorly today. But I'll try what I can. I'm sure we can still get some wins with it, even though I'm not very good with this color combination. If you're asking me what my favorite color combination is, my favorite personally is I am big on Rakdos colors. I do like red. I enjoy playing black, and I like playing them together. That's usually my bread and butter, so this is a little bit more out of my element. But we'll still make it work. Let's see here. Okay. We'll keep this. I'm playing with Kalia here. All right. We'll start stocking the pantry. Hopefully this will be good. Kalia here will start putting stuff onto the battlefield fast, which is a little on the scary side, but we'll make it work. Okay, so with that, okay, just the 1 for now. Okay, it's a supply counter on there. If we don't find a way to cast other things, I guess we can start drawing cards with the stocking the pantry if we need to in a pinch. Callie here. Come on, deck. Dear. Okay, so... We didn't quite get the land we needed, because I needed a blue source there. Getting a blue source meant that I could stop Kalia before it goes off. So we can imprison her in the moon, but it's going to be now a turn, so she gets at least 1 free demon, dragon, or angel off. Ugh. This is going to be painful. So they get 1. Literally 1. This card can snowball. All right. So from here, I can imprison in the moon and turn off Avacyn completely. But our opponent already snowballed, so that was the biggest problem, was we couldn't get there fast enough. Our deck betrayed us. I don't know if we could survive at least anything else, but if we can get at least 1 or 2 more lands, maybe? Okay, whenever they attack alone... Ow. I really wanted to save that Imprison for the moon for Kalia here, but I had to get rid of that Angel of Avacyn. 6. Any hope? No. Man, that stunk. We could have had it there. No, we did not have fun. We could have had it there if we only just got to use Imprison in the Moon right after Kalia was casted. That actually would have shut down her whole game plan completely, but we were too slow. And we had to use it for the Avacyn, which meant that we were going to lose. That's unfortunate. Okay, we're still on the quest to solve for X today for Quandrix, everyone. Can we pull it off here in some way, shape, or form? Let's give it a shot. Let's give this a shot. We're not giving up yet. Well, that's cute. They're playing with Bleck. We actually played Bleck last time earlier this week on stream, and he's a fun little, cute little guy. I have a soft spot for him. Okay, so let's see. I swear, we'll try to do better playing this deck. I will say that now. Again, it's not my usual jam, but I'm going to make it work. Okay. Okay, Disciple of Freyalise. I guess that'll be good for later on. Or I guess I could put it down next turn, and then Zimone? With Bleck, if they played it like I did on Wednesday, mostly it's just going to be creating a lot of tokens that you want to sacrifice for value. We'll see what they do. Question for everyone while we're trying to wait for our opponent here to do the thing. Okay, hold on. I guess we'll have to counter this, so... Okay. No bat for you, opponents. Okay, so with that, snow-covered island. Zimone coming out now. Dang, I was hoping we could actually save that spell so we can cheapen the cost of things, but... Oh well. Okay, let's see. I guess we could say Proctor's Gaze. We need to bounce back Zimone as a emergency button. We'll see what our opponent does. Ooh, okay, well that's not too bad. Play Sink into Stupor. Ouch. Go 222. Use this to dig out a basic. So, at least if nothing else, we are ramping. That's at least what you want the deck to do somewhat. So at least now we have all of our lands. We just need to start getting stuff going here. Let's see. 6 to get to this. We can't really take advantage of a contentious plan without any counters, but if we need to use it, so be it. Proctor's Gaze can also help us re-ramp if we need to in a pinch. And a Beast Within if we need to blow up Bleck or whatever they have. So far, so good. Okay, opponent is swinging. No attacks yet. No blocks. Down to 19. So question for everybody as you're watching this, whether you're watching live or on the replay, let me know what has been your favorite card from Secrets of Strixhaven. Let me know, and I would love to hear what your thoughts are on what you see out there. We'll get the Rimewood Falls by default. Let's see. Alright, we could use this to blow something up. Depending on what's our opponent doing, though. Comforting Council. We could blow that up, or I could blow up the Blood Artist. I guess it depends on what our opponent does here. Bleck also will start putting counters on stuff, so... Ugh, this can get tough. We'll see what we can do, everyone. Can we get out of this? Okay, opponent swinging. They are. Still no life gain yet, so we'll just wait it out. We're in no rush, opponents. Okay. I'm probably going to save that beast. Hold on. Oh, opponent's thinking of something. Grapple with death. So, how do we do this? All right. We'll go after Bleck. So, no life gain shenanigans for you, opponents. We will lose Zimone, which is a small price to pay, but that's okay. Okay. They start getting growth counters. We'll find a way to blow that up. We do have a lot of artifact and enchantment hate, so that's not a huge deal for us. Okay. To 3. Okay. So let's see. We will bring Zimone back for round 2. No attacks. Come on, deck. Show me some love here. Where is my card draw? Where are my X spells? That's what we need to start getting our victory here. Vran. Executioner Thrain. Okay. Oh, that's right. That's what that does. Okay. Stono blocks, because I'm still thinking they have to have something. Something's got to be in their hand there. Okay. So let's see. Comforting Console will go off here soon. I don't know how much time we have left until we can get that out. Okay. Order of Nihilea is not bad. Put it on Zimone. Alright. We will swing with her. Put a counter on her. So nothing will die yet. And if something happens right now where she ends up getting blown up, we can bounce her away with Proctor's Gaze if we need to. Okay, opponents. What you got? Okay, they do block. That's fine. All we just want is to at least get one counter on her so we can start doing some shenanigans. Okay, nothing yet. That Blood Artist will be a problem, but we'll see if we can get around it. Teacher's Pest. Okay. Opponents. 3 cards in hand. What else do you have? Black is not coming back on the field, so I'm guessing they're still going to keep swinging with... Oh, no, they're not. Okay. That's cool. Even better for us. So with that... I guess we'll start swinging with Zimone some more. She gets another counter. Okay. So now she is starting to get a little bit bigger, which is good. We want her to actually start gaining a little bit more power here. Opponents, what you got? Okay. So our opponent is going to try to get a little sneaky here, but we also have a plan too. Okay. So with that... Okay, 2 and 2. We will, first off, bounce away you. Thank you, opponents, and we will get out a force from that. Noobishly Foolish, good evening. Hello, my fire friend. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at, or I should say evening. And thanks again for joining us today. Okay, so you're just in the middle of us actually trying to get off Zimone here with her ability. Opponent will get, unfortunately, that. Okay, so they get the pump there. Okay. So that is going to be a bit of a troublesome spot, but that's okay, everyone. Not a big deal. Even though they have a little bit extra pump, we will blow it away right now with Comforting Console. So just wait for this. Wait for this. Okay. I just want our opponent to put out Black or whatever. Okay, Teacher's Pest. All right, coming back. That's cute. That's what that card will do. Okay. 2 more cards in hand, opponents. Is Black coming in yet? Do you have a land? What are we doing? Okay, opponent swinging. So Quandrix Cultivator here. I'm sorry, opponents. You lose your ability to pump it up. So now your creature goes bye-bye. Too bad there. They do get the life, of course, which is annoying, but that's okay. Okay, Poisoner's Apprentice. Oh, they get to minus something, don't we? Well, it's unfortunate, but that's okay. Down to 6. We will Contentious Plan. Proliferate, draw a card. Okay, Rapid Hybridization's not bad either. Okay, so...
We're not going to attack with Zimone this time. This time around, we're going to hold off on her. The reason being is she has a good defense, so we got to block for a bit. Not ideal, but it is what it is. And then at least I have a rapid hybridization, so... Blood Artist now goes bye-bye. Lose a little bit more life there, but that's okay. But at least that now stops that. They make us go down to 4. Still gain a life, that's okay. Tireless Provisioner. Okay, so this is how we do this. Put the counter. So Zimone still keeps the counters. We will get 2 basics off of that. That triggers off Tireless Provisioner twice. So for her, though, hold on one second. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have exactly 6. How do we do this? Okay. Go with the treasures. Does our opponent block? They go to 32. Dang, we're such a ways away. Disciple of Rayleigh's. We will sacrifice the Provisioner. Gain some life back, draw 3 cards. Okay, and then from here... It's not 4. 2, 3, 4. So, I think I did the math correctly, right? Okay, she gets more counters. And it's a 4-4. Okay. We're making progress, right? We're trying to fight as much as we can. Okay. Belladros Witherbloom here. Alright. They pay the untap. So that means what? Okay, black comes in. They can afford it, unfortunately. Do they swing big? They going all out? What you gonna do, opponents? So Carnivorous Campery can blow up the Belladros, so that's actually nice for us. But it's sorcery speed, so we gotta blow it up next turn no matter what. Okay, opponents. Swinging. Ugh. Okay, so we don't have a choice here. We gotta take out something. Okay. Well, Teacher's Pest now out of the way again. Okay, down to 2. Make a spider. Okay, bring it back. Alright. Paradox Surveyor. Play that first, actually. Surveyor. Come on. Come on. There's gotta be an X spell we can grab. Anything. Okay. Well, I guess that's not too bad. Which one do we want, though? Do we have any other flyers that we gotta worry about? Just the one, so Feral Hydra. Okay, so for here... Devoted Druid. This is mostly just for chump blocking purposes at this point. But it still will work. Ooh, this is close. So 6 on there, so that means 1, 5, 6. Okay, Zimone gets bigger. We have a nice big Hydra now, so that's nice. Carnivorous Canopy. Witherbloom goes bye-bye. We're trying to fight here as much as we can, everyone. As much as we can. We don't get the Proliferator, unfortunately, but that's okay. That's not a huge deal for us. All we're just trying to do is just survive as best as we can. Right now we need a Hydroid Crisis. Our Hydroid Crisis off the top right now will get us back into this fight. We have so much land. Wow. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And if we had a Hydroid Crisis on top of that, you couldn't cast it again for a way cheaper cost. But oh man, if we only had that, we actually would be in a good spot. Okay, does our opponent actually beat us here? Let's see. So I have to block with 2 here. 1, 2. Okay. 2 menacing creatures is also annoying. Okay, big swing. Okay, this is it. Ugh. They got even more of a pump. If they have any more life gain, it's... Oh. Rabbit attack. Okay. Okay, so for here, block and block and block. Oh, dang. Okay. Aw, that last pump spell killed us right now completely. I was hoping we were going to be able to survive this, but I realized we can't. Yeah. Dang. Okay, well, opponent got us there. We'll let him do the swing and finish this off. We came close to stabilizing. Maybe I should have blocked with the Drider earlier. I don't know. Either way, we just couldn't get through that. So, still, guess we're flunking our math classes today. But that's okay, everyone. We're still going to keep trying. We're not giving up just yet. We're going to keep fighting the good fight. At least we're getting our dailies done, so got to get those done at least. Okay, so with that, let's see if we can try to find a way to keep this going. Want to keep trying, everyone. Want to keep trying. Okay, so we got that's cute. We got the uncommon Zimone. Got the Feral Hydra, Demolition Field. If I puts down a non-basic, that's actually going to be helpful for us with Demolition Field. Oh, Virgin Island, that works too. Oh, we already got a snow-covered island, so I guess that works too as well. Nice. Okay, so opponents playing with a version of Urza. I've actually never played with this version of Urza. Let's see. Actually, how do we want to do this here? Do we want this Zimone, or actually we'll put in the Ozolith. Let's get the Ozolith first. That will be more helpful. Okay, opponents. Arid Mesa, okay. Opponent digging out their pieces here. They surveilling. And let's see. Opponent still hasn't turned on the Mox Opal yet, but it should be coming up any moment now, so I'm anticipating that. Let's get out our actual Zimone. Nice. So for here, we have a couple options we can do. We could either Quandrix next turn. Okay, ooh. They're trying to cheapen in their stuff here. Ooh. Alright. Urza coming in for a cheaper cost. Repulsive Mutation. That actually will be helpful at some point. Get the Demolition Field. We will... Let's get out for one. There we go. Zimone coming in. Getting an extra pump there. Alright, that's good. I forgot how we can also put +1/+1 counters on its ability here, so that's actually sweet too. Swing with Zimone. Take that, opponent. Yeah. So we can actually... Hold on. The first spell you cast with X in its mana cost each turn. Okay, so each turn. That's actually kind of nice. So that means that this should work. But the counter's on the creature. Does this work out what I think it does? Opponents? Alright, yay! We got our first win, everyone. Our first legit win for today. I'll take it, I'll take it. Not an exciting one there, but wow. Actually was like, oh, this is actually a really sweet counterspell here. Probably one that no one actually remembers, but I'll take it. That works perfectly in this deck. Oh man, that was beautiful. Your ramp did nothing for you, opponents. It's our first legit win of the day, everyone. So maybe this will be our turnaround to hopefully start getting us more wins here. Let's see if we can keep the good times rolling. Okay. So also, and I forgot to mention this as well. Wow, we're actually... What day is today? I'm losing track of the days. Is it the 15th already of... What? I didn't realize already it's already like halfway through May? Ugh. Jeez, we're moving way too fast here. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just a little bit in disbelief that we're actually that far into the month already. Okay. Technically we can do stuff with this. Not really, but I'm going to hold on to it. I'm hoping we're going to draw into our green source any moment now. I hope I will. We have a lot of lands, so We'll see if we can make that work. I have that tapped for now. 1 green source is all we need to get this game plan off the ground. Opponent's playing with Old Rusty. Okay, well, not the most ideal land, but I'll take it. Old Rustine here, so it's a mill deck. All right, good old Rustine. Mill and step away. Ooh, nice, we got a Gold Vein Hydra. So, how do we want to do this? Do we put in Zimone now? Yeah, we'll play her now. We want to start getting counters on stuff, so we gotta start doing our thing. Old Rustine here. Every time they mill something, if it's a land, they get a treasure. If it's a creature they mill, they get an insect. If it's a non-creature, non-land, it's a blood token. I don't think we've ever played with this card. Maybe we'll play with it maybe during Halloween time again. There's so many cards I actually wanted to play with that are pretty sweet to have. Oh, opponent's got a Grave Pack? No, opponent. We're not going to have you do any... No graveyard shenanigans. So, say goodbye to that. Too bad, opponent. Too bad. No value there. Okay. So I guess that's what they were trying to do. Sephiroth. Sacrifice shenanigans, that's fine. I don't mind that for now. We can get around that. That's not a problem for us. Okay, opponents. Anything else? Follow the Lumarets. Wait. Lumarets? Did I say that right? I don't know my words right now, or my math. Okay, so we'll play Zimone here. So we got 2 Zimones. No attacks yet. But we do get Primo. Nice. And he also has a bunch of counters on him already, so that's even better for us. Okay, opponents. Can you stop our Zimones from doing the thing? Oh, opponents. No. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Dang. Note to self, I actually do need to make like some kind of sound effect for when I don't like what our opponent does. Like a booing sound effect. Gotta make a note on that one. Okay, Blood Artist. Again. Opponent swinging? Probably not, because we now have a Fractal that's actually does some good damage. Okay. We do need to actually start getting some hits in here, because otherwise those... Okay. Alright, fine. Alchemy card, everyone. Joy. Let's see. How do we want to do this, then? Pay for 1 for now. We'll start getting this plan to go off. We will... Contentious plan. Proliferate. There we go. Oh, great. We also got a force off of that. That's good. And then... Thirsting Roots. Proliferate again. There we go. Nice. So, wait. That has Death Touch. Okay, so... Dang. Can't swing just yet. Or maybe we can. You know what? We're going to swing with our 1 token here. Does our opponent block here? They block with 1 creature. They get rid of 1 insect to chump block. Yes, they gain life. Life gain and change shenanigans. Okay, Old Rustine still milling. Making more blood tokens. Emeritus Abundance. Okay. Are they going to use that regrowth now to bring back the Grave Pact? I'm guessing that has to be what they're doing. Okay, there's the regrowth. Alright, so Grave Pact comes back in. So we really could use right now something else. Okay, so with that. Okay, so here. That's 4 on there. We'll keep 1 open, so that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5. Wait, no, actually it's got to be 6. That means pay for the 1 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, okay. There we go. Okay. Get that X cost even cheaper. Nice. Cute little 6/6. We will... Ugh. I hate Perpetual. So basically everything forever gets this stupid ability. So we can't really swing too much here, but we will try still. No matter what. Even if I bounce this away, it won't matter. Let's see. Got touching lifelink, okay. Down to 26. Lose some stuff here, but we get some treasure tokens out of the deal. Okay. Opponent does its thing. Does its thing. Does that flip Sephiroth? It does. Okay. Leave behind a ton of treasures, which is nice, but they're all tapped for now. So we're going to have to wait it out just a smidge. Wait to know another to get another blood token. Great pack coming in. As I figured, so we have to do this now. Bounce it away. So spare ourselves a turn here. At least a turn or two. Okay, opponents doing their shenanigans here. They're not going to sacrifice anything else because they need all these cards to stay alive. They're at 44. All right, so from here, well, I'm just going to pop our stuff now. I mean, we have these treasures for a reason, so might as well use them. We're going to use them. Draw 3 cards. Okay, no lance, but that's okay. Let's see here. Okay. Put a counter onto this. We can swing. Does our opponent block? Okay. We will use this ability. Okay. We will might as well proliferate. Okay, get the pump. Old Rustine goes down. They go down to 38. We lose a creature in the process, but that's a small price to pay just to get it out of the way. Unfortunately, though, wait. Does that kill us? Oh, that kills us, doesn't it? Oh, we could block here, but we're not doing too hot today. I'd like to see if we can do better, but we're not doing it right now. Brave Pact. We've held that off as long as we can, but at this point, it might be over. Opponents can swing. They're swinging for lethal now. So they swing both, and that means we lose both creatures. And that's game. Okay. They don't even have to kill us with a swing. That just drains us. Yep. No. Oh. We just haven't been having good luck today. Okay. Let's give this deck one more try. Just one more try. We got one somewhat easy win, but I want to see if we can at least get one more with this game plan here. Okay. But looking over what we've done so far for the first half of this stream here, the deck overall is trying to do some fun things, but maybe I built it wrong. I mean, trying to get out our ramp here, trying to get everything going, but maybe we should lean more into the +1/+1 counter shenanigans. But the only reason why I'm having trouble with that is, I don't know, I feel like we always do. We always end up, every time we play Quandrix or Simic or whatever the heck you want to call it, this color combination always feels like it defaults to +1/+1 counters, landfall, and tokens. Not that there's anything wrong with playing those strategies. I have fun with those strategies, but man, it's been kind of boring, actually, kind of feeling like, okay, here's another Simic commander here, and you're just playing literally the same thing again with just different packaging. It's like trying to drink like a cherry Coke, and then you're like, well, let's drink another Coke, but it's not cherry, but it's kind of the same thing, just slightly different. So it's not too exciting, at least for me. But we'll see. Growth Spiral, just to draw a card. We'll throw out there the Forest. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm kind of burned out from playing Simic decks. These decks are just feeling very samey to me. I don't know. I guess that leads me to a question, everyone. What is your least favorite color combination, and why is it? For me, again, Simic just feels like it doesn't matter how they repackage it. It's the same thing. It's just always counters, ramp, landfall or tokens. Maybe I don't build these decks correctly, but I don't know. That's just how it always feels to me. Okay. Wash away. So that'll be good for against Go Shintai when he comes in. So for now, Zimone coming in. So hopefully next turn we can start doing shenanigans. Okay. I'm just playing 5 colors, so they can't have too much good removal because they mostly want to focus on the shrine package. Okay, opponents. Oh, I forgot they have a delighted halfling, so that means they can still... they can still get in their commander. I thought I was going to be able to get him with Wash Away, but no. Can't do that. The halfling is there. Has not been my day so far. Or I should say my stream. Whew, okay. Okay, breathe in, breathe out. They shock themselves. Go Shintai is uncounterable, so Wash Away doesn't do anything. Alright, start making shrine tokens. Did you guys know that the shrine tokens in paper are actually really, really expensive? I didn't know that for a while. Order Nylea. We'll put Skydiver. There we go. Put some counters on it. Noobishly Foolish. Simic tokens, counters, yeah. That's also why I had such a hard time putting this deck together, because I was like, well, yeah, it's Quandrix, but Quandrix doesn't differ too much from regular Simic decks. And I tried really hard to kind of come up with something different, but it's just been kind of hard for me. Again, maybe I built the deck wrong, but at the same time, I also didn't want to fall back into the same old. Because then I'm probably asking myself, why am I even doing this? Why am I building these decks for these different themes if they're not really going to change what you the strategies? But it's okay. Maybe when we get to the upgrade after this, we'll see if we can try to mix it up just a little bit. Again, I'm not saying that Zimone is a bad card. She's a good card, but her gameplay pattern right now feels very like samey to me. At least that's how I feel. Okay, we'll play the other Zimone. Actually, can have some fun with the other Zimones here if you want to, but just I don't know. No attacks yet. Let's see. I don't even know how we're going to stop this shrine package because it's just going to get out of control very quickly. Yeah, is it the same thing? Is it also starting to have the same problem too? It's just burn and counter. Don't get me wrong. I love playing Is It a lot. Okay, hold on one second. We gotta stop this. That gets countered. Wash away. Stinky Toilet, hello, my fire friend. How are you doing today? Hopefully having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Thanks again for joining us. Hey, Mr. Fernand, can you please give a shout out to Jessica? Hope you're having a great stream. Wait, who's Jessica? I mean, I can give her a shout out, so shout out from Stinky Toilet to Jessica, wherever you're at. Stinky Toilet says hi, or hope you're enjoying a good week. I have no idea. But yeah, don't mind me asking, who is she? If you don't mind me asking. Sorry for being a little nosy there. And yes, Azorius, Noobishly Foolish, yeah, Azorius is control and tempo. Honestly, the only school that actually feels very unique among, or at least there's 2 options at least here in Strixhaven that I actually do honestly like. I did like what they did with Silver Quill, which you'll see in our upcoming deck tech that I have. They actually did something very unique with Silver Quill that actually made me pretty happy, and I was very satisfied how the deck turned out. And the spiciest one will be our Lorehole deck. I'm actually really excited to show you guys that one, but I haven't finished it quite yet. But that one is coming soon. So don't worry, that is coming. Okay, so tap that. Back. We will Disciple of Rayleigh's. Do we really want to sack anything? I feel like we don't need to. We'll just wait it out. Okay. But yeah, Lorehold, Noobishly Foolish feels at least fresh. So I do like what it does with the graveyard. The only problem is because there's not enough support yet, it's not too good unless you really, really take the time to actually put it together in just the right way. But don't worry. In a couple weeks, hopefully by next weekend, the Lorehold deck will be ready to go, and that'll be actually the next deck we'll actually put together and shows a deck tech. But this weekend will be a Silver Claw one. I'm really excited for these ones. These at least feel very fresh. I got the Sithis, not Synthis. Okay. All right, this is another one of those commanders that if we ever play ranked again, I can put together a Sithis deck like in my sleep, and it'll probably go off with a ham sandwich. It's that easy. Okay. All right. I think we're gonna have to move on to upgrading this deck to making it stronger. But as soon as our opponent's just done drawing all the cards in the world. Okay, opponents. Is that it? Farseek, okay. Anything else? But I can obviously see where our deck is gonna have to. I hate to say it, but we're gonna have to lean into staples I don't want to, in order to actually get the real power out of this deck. Okay, they got trample, so I feel like it doesn't matter whether we block or not. We're still gonna take the hit. All right, go Shintai. Boundless Vigor, blowing us away there. Okay, do they make us mill? Yes, they make us mill. And get the pump. Gets bigger. Okay, Imprison of the Moon, which would have been nice earlier, but it just doesn't do anything now. Like, I could have Go Shintai get turned off. I mean, actually, it doesn't even matter what I turn off there. It's still... No, we didn't get anything. Okay, that's terrible. Dang. No love for this deck here, but I think we can kind of get an idea of like what we want to do, and we're going to have to tweak it now. So that's going to be it for the budget version of the deck for the first half of the stream, everyone. I think we need to reevaluate this plan a little bit. So let's take now the upgraded version. FYI, I have not actually upgraded yet. I'm going to actually do that here with you guys as we go through it. So if you want to participate with me on a way we can make this deck better, let me know. Leave your comments again. We can actually work on this together a little bit, everyone. I have an idea already. So with Zimone here, you want the X spells, but you also want counters on her ASAP. So that's the biggest, that's the gist of it. We want ways of putting counters on her at a much easier rate without probably having to spend too much on that. So we need to look at, we'll turn off green, turn off blue for a second. And this time around, we're going to just focus first off on upgrading with counters. So we'll start snapping things away in a bit. So let's see, how do we do this here? We want to, again, focus on two ways of winning here. The only other way you can win, and again, this is not ideally what you can do, but if you want an alternate win con, you can just, you know, go super lazy and just do the toxic route. Not that I would recommend that, but if that's what you want to do, you can do that. But for now, we'll throw in Elusive Otter because this has X in it, so we could throw that in. That sounds good. Let's see here. We need, I guess, Delighted Halfling just for the uncounterable shenanigans. We could do that as well. And then trying to see what else we can really kind of lean into here. Galagrators can be nice for the life gain and for the treasures, so we can bring that in as well. Let's see. Innkeeper's Talent also helps us out with counters, so we're mostly going to try to focus on getting counters on her as quick as possible, and also we want to focus on trying to get X spells. So X spells and counters, I think, are going to be our best plan for this version of the deck. Scavenging Use is nice for Graveyard Hate. You can also go Landfall with Zimone here. Although she's not a Landfall deck, you can use her for certain abilities that want counters on things from that. But we're not going to focus on that for this game plan here. We mostly, again, want to just focus on counters and, again, just getting more value from that. So we're going to throw in Michelangelo. He's pretty good, too, for the deck. Let's see here. What else do we want? We want to make sure we can just get counters. Ooh, Fight Rigging is actually pretty good, too. Mossborn Hydra. It's not an X spell, but it will appreciate counters going on it fast. Let's see, Earthbender Ascension. This is mostly if you want to do more landfall shenanigans. Not to say that's a bad one, but that's an option for you. We'll hold off on that for a second here. Let's see, what else we got? Do we want Ordinary Tumblewag? That actually could be good with the way it's done. Yeah. Well, we're going to start leaning more into the counter plan here. So Tribute to the World Tree, that can be good too. Terra Symbiosis can help us draw a ton of cards. Let's see. Tale of Katara and we can get counters on stuff with that as well. Thundering Velocipede also. Thundering Velocipede can be really good for the deck. Let's see. What else do we want? Oh, of course. We got to throw an Ouroboride. That sounds great, too. And then, don't worry. We'll look at X spells in a bit. Let's see. Vivian here. Oh, Experiment 1. I cannot spell, by the way. I think that's a non... It's not a rare card, but we could definitely throw it in there. Oh, yeah. Can't believe we forgot about this card. That actually helps us out with counter shenanigans there. I don't know how to look up X spells in here. So if anybody can help me figure out what is the way to do that, let me know. Okay, so I'm trying to see if we have any X spells that we missed out on from earlier. So we'll do that real quick. Let's see. Hold on. Michelangelo of the Heart. That might be good too. And then yeah, we're just gonna try to we'll kind of refine it after we're done here in a second, everyone. So don't worry. We will get, of course, back to the gameplay in a bit. But we just want to start looking at what we can do to start going crazy with this deck. I want to see if we can really take advantage of. Oh, got to get the Paradigm. Got to get the Practicum Germination here. That's good too. So that'll be on the big side there. Doubling Season sounds like overkill, but with that and Oozes, that actually could be good too. Can we afford both? We'll throw them both for now, but we can pull them out later on. Is Primal Vigor also overkill for us? Maybe. We are green, so we do have the advantage of ramping, so that's good. Okay, Primal Bound will probably be our top end there, and then the final card that I want to look at... I guess we can also the Great Henge too, so let's see, hold on. We can go all in on the Hydra plan if we want to. I don't have enough... I don't want to pull out too many things here that don't have X in the name, because I just want to get a couple of them. Did we get all the good X spells? Hold on. Spell can't be countered. It has haste. Hungering Hydra also. Okay, ooh, Hungering Hydra actually sounds kind of good. So we'll spend a rare on that. That's pretty good too. And I guess Mistcutter Hydra too. So you know what? We'll craft those two. We'll do it. And then... Let's see. Let's see. What do we want here that's actually going to help us also with our plan? We need stuff that also... It also kind of fixes one of the other problems we had. Oh, hi. What's the Kratos creature from Gatecrash? Wait, were you talking about Hydra Krasis? We have Hydra Krasis already in the deck, so that's actually pretty solid already. And that is a good idea, though. Let's see here. Let's see. Cyclonic Rift can help us, of course, bounce stuff away, even though I know some people don't want that. But we are going to have... We were also struggling a lot, so I really want us to start looking at what we can do to kind of, like, fix that plan. Let's see. Prosthetic Member. I saw that earlier, so that's actually pretty good for us. Because that'll start putting counters on things. Let's see here. Trying to see what else we can use to help us out here. Let's see. Flutter Denial. Okay, Force Negation, of course. Fierce Guardianship is... not there. Hold on. Actually, is Force of Will actually legal in here? Oh, it is. So you know what? I'm going to get dirty. Might as well just go all in with the Force of Will. Let's see. And then... I know probably some people are going to hate me for this, but hey, this deck needs all the help it can get. So throw in Ristic Study as well. Well, again, even though there's like a ton of cards in here, we'll start refining things in a bit. We want to just focus on, again, just trying to get the key pieces that are going to help us out a bit here. Let's see, do we want more counter spells? They can make tokens and stuff. I guess that might help out. I guess we could throw in the Pongify if we need more spot removal. And let's see. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to circle back over to the high-end portion that has X spells. So we'll see if we can just go into the X spell area and see if we're missing anything from there. Let's see, we'll get to the top here. Don't worry, we'll get to the top. There we go. Okay, so there we go. So Mockingbird, that's actually a good X spell for us because this can be a copy of whatever we need it to be. Let's see what else we want here. Extraordinary Journey. Or Entrancing. Oh, we can gain control of stuff. That actually be pretty nasty with this deck. Ingenious Prodigy. Oh, it has Skulk also. That's actually kind of nice. We'll throw in Ingenious Prodigy. That could be helpful. And let's see what else we're trying to do. Okay, multiple choice from the original set. That's actually not too shabby too. Let's see. Oh, the Zenith I realize could be good as well if we want to. Mass Manipulation can be really, really nasty. Okay. There's actually quite a bit here that we can use that I guess I never thought of. Let's see, Mind Spring can just draw cards. Lots of card draw spells with X in them, so that's actually not too shabby. We just got to figure out which ones we want. Okay. I guess we can get Wan Shiton. We'll get him out. I actually have been wanting to play with Wan Shiton, so I think this is now going to be the deck to do it. Sorcery for that. Okay, Silver Scrutiny or Snowborn Simulacra. These are all sorceries, but Pull from Tomorrow's instant. Get the Pull from Tomorrow. We don't mind discarding a card. That could be okay. Let's see. We'll refine the mana base in just a little bit. So let's see. Are we missing anything there? Let's check out the X spells on the top end of green. And we'll see what we're missing here. There's definitely a lot you can play with when it comes to X spells and counters, so don't want to go too crazy, but at the same time I also want to go kind of crazy. I don't know if that makes any sense. But in any case, let's see. Hold on, where we're at here. Okay. Let's see what X spells we're missing here. Finale of Devastation actually could be good too. Primal Might for a fight spell. Ooh, Awaken the Woods. Actually, that actually could be good for us. Awaken the Woods sounds really good. Let's see. Court of Call. Oh, I forgot about yeah, Genesis Wave can actually be good too. Let's see. Or wait, what is it? Do I have Green Sun Zenith? Where's that at? Oh, there it is. Wait, no, that's Green Sun's Twilight. Oh, there it is. I couldn't see it from there. Okay, Green Sun Zenith. Okay. Well, not my favorite version of the card, but it does count, so at least I don't have to make a thing after that. Let's see. Ochre Jelly? That actually might be hilarious. Ochre Jelly is actually not too shabby. Don't worry, guys. Again, we're gonna fix this all up in just a little bit here. I'm just trying to find if there's anything else I want. Okay, Slumbering Trudge. I don't know if that's good for us. Silk Guard here. Ooh, that sounds like it's pretty sweet for us. Silk Guard. We'll craft that. That's good. Ooh, Hooded Hydra here. Snake tokens. I don't know if we need that. Wildest Dreams would be nice for other decks, but not this one. And then Mutagen Man. Mutagen Man sounds... Oh, Walking Ballistas? I totally forgot about colorless spells here. Hold on. Do we have it? Wait, is it in Arena? Hold on. I realize now we probably should also look at X spells that are also in colorless. Is there anything in colorless that we can use? Well, Stone Cold Serpent's actually not too shabby there. That actually works. We got Hanger Backwalker. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. Astral Cornucopia can be good for a deck like ours. Not too many spells we have here, but that's okay. We don't need that many. Market Backwalker. Do we want that? Hanger Backwalker is also interesting too. Let's craft one rare there. Okay. I think we have more than enough. So from here, let's actually now tweak the mana base just a smidge. We're basically just going to muster up and throw in all the rares we can conjure up here. So get rid of all the the cheap stuff. We'll throw in, of course, the good rares. So Pathway Land, Sanctum, Breeding Pool, Cascade, Hedge Maze. Throw in Hinterland Harbor, right? Why not? Yami Via Coast. Ooh, Hadama's Climb, actually, that's good for flipping. Rushland here, Waterlock Grove. That's mostly all the good ones, so that should be fine. And then as far as the other lands here, Otawara. We'll throw in, let's see, what else we want here. Beseiju, of course. I guess Bossing Say can be helpful too, to a degree. And let's see what else we're trying to look at here for more good stuff. Do we want the Avendo? Could that help us out a little bit? I don't know. Don't worry, everyone. We do have a little bit of extra time today than normal, so we're going to see if we can try to squeeze out a little bit more value in just a bit. So don't worry. We will get to playing the game in just a smidge. Let's see. What utility lands can we upgrade into? Keep the Volatile Fault. Take away the Promising Veins. Take away the Pit of Offerings. Let's see. Take away the Broker's Hideout. Keep the Arid Archway. Let's see. For here. So from here, Fountain Port, Fable Passage. We'll keep some of the basics that we have. And then Misty Rainforest for sure. You can go nuts if you want to with the fetch lands, but I always try to keep it to like the most essentials. So Scavenger Grounds here for Graveyard 8, Prismatic Vista. Starting Town can be good too. And, oh, Yami Via Cradle. That's good too as well. I think that'll be it for now. So we'll just keep it like that. Okay, so I know normally we always have a deck ahead of time, everyone, but because of like my time constraints, we decided we're just gonna make some adjustments here. So now here comes the hard part. Now we got to start cutting stuff because we're we're at like 153 cards. Okay, so I don't know how I'm gonna cut all this within like the game plan we have here, but okay, let's see. Okay, so first off, let's see how many actual. So 44 lands is definitely more than enough, but actually, let's see how many base ones we have. So counting this out right now, real quick. So let's see: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Probably can get rid of the Arid Archway. Don't need that as much now. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for the command tower. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We can actually cut the snows now. 20. To make this easier on me, so my brain doesn't explode. Cut all the basics for now. We'll put those back in a bit. We'll figure out what we're at in just a moment here. I need to figure out how many lands are we working with initially. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 non-basics. So let's see. I guess we can get rid of the Cypher of Rayleigh's. So we'll look at the modals first off, and then we'll kind of go from there. Hydroelectric Specimen we don't need now. Salinity Visions we don't need. Maybe the Sting and the Stupor. Probably don't need that. Ball of Good Recovery. I might keep that one. I kind of like that one. Okay, so from there, anything else we're missing? Fortification, we probably can cut that too. Okay, so with the exception of one here, with the exception of just one, let's see, that's Ball of Good Recovery, so that's 1 plus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 by Hinterland Harbor, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that means for here, that's 24 lands. We want to stick to at least 40 to 41 for a deck like this. So that's what we're going to do. 40 to 41. 6, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 42. Okay. That should be plenty for now. So that at least gives us a base idea like what we need to really, really cut. So let's go ahead. Let's now take the time to look at this. And we'll kind of cut as we go. So let's see. All right. So let's see what we do need to make our cuts here. Cut the annul. Keep it a little some water. Pongify, keep. Keep. Haywire Might. Do we really need that? We'll probably keep that one. Light Halfling, keep. Everyone keep. Hardened Scales, yes. Soldier, that's got to go. Snakeskin Veil, that could be nice, but we'll cut that one for something else in a bit. Stock of the Pantry's got to go. Thirsting Roots, keep that. Cornucopia, because RG keep. Volume keep. Multiple Choice keep. Repeal. We'll probably cut that one. Spectral Denial. Syncopate, we'll keep those. Ochre Jelly, yes. Try to keep all the Hydras as best we can. Sun of Zenith, Hungering Hydra. All the Hydras here will be nice. So we want to keep those. Okay, so we're at... Gotta cut 38. Gotta cut 38 more cards. Don't worry, we'll make this work. Contingency plan. Cut that. That's a little slow. Cyclonic Rift, keep that. Prophecy, Edict Mary, yes. Serum Snare, keep. Devoted Druid, we probably could cut that now. Let's see, Newfound Adventures, we'll keep that one because it can actually get out non-basics, so that's good. Let's see, Galagrators, keep. Incubation Druid, yes. Into the North, cut now. Michelangelo, yes. And we'll do another round of cutting if we need to. Order of Nihilea, we'll cut. Orchard Metal, yes, keep that. Keep. Oh, I forgot, we actually need to throw in the Ozolith. Like, the actual Ozolith if our creatures die. Okay. Like, there we go. That's actually a really good one for us. Okay. But yeah, if there's anything you feel like we should be cutting or you want me to add everyone, let me know in the comments of what you see. Again, not saying what I'm building right now is going to be perfect, because literally you're going to see me not even test this. We're just going to run with it, because why not? Why not? That's the fun of me enjoying Arena, is sometimes, you know, you just throw there a wild idea and you're like, you know what? Let's make it work. Even if it doesn't turn out well, at least you tried. That's what's important. We tried. So that's how I see it. Rampant Growth. We probably can cut those now. I'll keep the Growth Spiral because that can get non-basics. Plantar Genesis, yes. Skydiver, that probably can get cut. So do we want the other Zimones? Oh, I feel kind of bad cutting it, but I don't know. You don't need her that much. You don't need the cheaper Zimone. Arcane Signet, we can keep that. Boots. Actually, we have something better than that. Let's see, Lightning Greaves is better. You actually can put this in even if you're a budget deck, but if you're playing non-budget, this is actually like $5, $6, versus the boots, which is like $1. Just a small FYI, everyone. But for now, we'll do that. Let's see. I guess we can also put in one of the Moxes if you want to. Mox Amber can be good for legendary stuff. We're not a heavy legendary deck. That's the reason why I didn't do it. And also we're in green, so you don't need mana rocks for like if you're playing green a lot. Just FYI. But anyway, guys, let's see. Math Magics we'll keep for now. Pull from tomorrow. Just want to start doing a lot of X spells. Wake in the Woods, that definitely keep that. Let's see. Sakina is now following. Well, thanks again for the follow, my fire friend. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Thanks again for joining us. Okay. Oh, it's another one of these ones. Okay. Well, I'll be honest. I'll think about that. I appreciate you stopping by from Kick over there, but I'll have to think about that in a bit. Let's see. For now, though, where was I at? Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Hydra. Actually, now that we have the Hydra, we may not need the Might that much. We'll just toss that out for now. We can always come back to it. Voracious Hydra, keep. Doppelgang, definitely keep. Fractal Summoning, that's gonna go. Crisis, Leviathan. Ugh. Okay. Let's see. Do we want these still? Keep that for sure. Skyrider Elf, cut that. Let's see. We're gonna pretty much cut a lot of our cheaper stuff. So we're at 27 cards. Okay. We're making progress. Prison of the Moon, we'll keep that still. Ristic Study, keep. Force, reject, cut that. Bolligate. Okay, you know what? Maybe we will cut that. I don't know. We'll hold on to that for a bit. Beast Within, keep. Carnivorous Canopy, that's going to go. Evolution Sage. Probably don't need it as much as I thought we were going to, so we'll actually cut that. Fight Rigging, keep. Mossmore Hydra, keep. Tumblewag. You know what? I like the Tumblewag, but at the same time, I don't know if we're going to have enough time to actually get that off, so we'll probably cut that one, actually. Terra Symbiosis. We want to use this for card draw, definitely. Thunderous Velocipede. That can get us a lot of big stuff quick. But actually, we want more card draw, so cut that. Tribute to the World Tree, keep. Tallest Climb. Keep this Zimone, which is nice. Paradox Surveyor, nice. Primo, keep. Orboid, keep. Vivian can also be good too. Eureka Moment can help put out more lands. Lesson for Life, same thing. Lands, Proctor's Gaze, Bouncing, Quandrix, Cultivator. We'll cut that one. Keep the Force Will, that's a free card. Doubling Season. Doubling Season, Primal Vigor, Biogenesis use. Okay. Germination Practicum can be hilarious if it goes off there. Primal Bounty. Probably can cut that one, actually. Okay, 20 cards now. Okay, so that was round 1 of the cuts. So let's see. I don't know. We're trying here to figure out how else we can cut this, everyone. So we need 20 more cards cut. So now we're going to do a little more of a tighter thing here. Okay. Brace the Paradox is a little expensive, but we'll cut that one. Because the Great Henge can do a lot of that stuff already for us. Cut the Proctor's Gaze. So we're now at 18. We're getting there, everyone. Don't worry. And we will play, of course, the deck once we get there. Oozes, I like that mostly because it can go wide with counters, but it can also go wide with tokens. But at the same time, like, does it really help out the plan? I feel like it only does well if Doubling Season or Primal Vigor stay out there. We're not a token-heavy deck, so I don't know if the Doubling Season stuff are just overkill for us. Probably we don't need that or the Primal Vigor. We can cut those. Keep the ooze. Actually, you know what? Maybe we don't need the ooze. Okay. Cut the ooze. So we're at 15 cards now. Okay. We're starting to make a little bit better of a game plan here. Keep the Eureka Moments and the Lessons from Life. We'll keep those. So for now the next round of cuts, probably cut the Ball Again Recovery. Let's see here. Beast Within. I kind of want to keep that as our catch-all removal. Fight Rigging. Hydra can be fun too. Let's see. Maybe Tribute to the World Tree. I like what Tribute to the World Tree does, but I don't know if that's going to help us out too much. Hadama's Climb is more like... We probably don't need that, so... Sorry. We're going to have to cut that one. Paradox Surveyor. Let's see. Probably don't need to cut that. Get that. Okay, so we're at 12 now cards. We're making progress. We're making progress. All right. Trying to trim it down to the most essential of essentials. Serum Snare. Probably cut that one. Keep the counter spells. Keep the Druid. Gallic Readers. Do I actually want this one? I like it, but we need a lot of creatures to make this go wide, so probably can cut that one. Innkeeper's Talent can be good for putting a lot of stuff together there. Keep the Michelangelo. Keep the Michelangelos. Origin of Metal Bending. Ooze. Spiral and Plantar Genesis with the stuff there. Maybe we only need one of these, so probably cut the Eureka's Moment, because this can draw 3 cards, but it's instant. Lessons from Life is slower, though. Okay. 9 more cards, everyone. We're almost there. We're almost there. And we'll get ready with the game plan just a smidge. Just got to get a little bit more down here. Trying to figure out what else we need to cut. Let's see. This is now where we really got to really refine our package here. Do we actually want the Arcane Signet? I don't know if that's actually going to help us too much, only because we're in green. We really don't need mana rocks in a deck like that runs green. So I guess what we can afford to cut that one. I know. Sacrilegious, but we're going to do it. Let's see. Maybe we catch some of the cheaper Hydras that we have. Not all of them, though. Just the ones that kind of just do their own thing but don't really help out the plan. Actually, maybe we already cut enough. Okay, maybe we just cut the Syncopate or the Spectral Denial. Cut the Spectral Denial. Down to 7. Almost there. Okay, Genius Prodigy. I kind of want to keep that. Stonecold Servant, I like it, but at the same time, I don't know. Is this good because it's a possible free roll? Maybe. Thirsting Roots. Ugh. Don't want to cut too many of our cheaper things, but at the same time, like, see if we can get away with it. Because we have other ways of ramping. Okay. Almost there, everyone. Almost there. Elusive Otter. Creatures with power less than this creature can't block it. The Otter is not bad. So I think we'll just keep that one there. Cyclonic Grid is more like just a catch-all, but I like it still. So we're just going to keep it for now. 6 more cards. What else can we cut that we don't need? Actually, I do like what the Practicum does, but I don't know if it's going to help us out too much. Well, we'll still keep it. Still keep it for now. Okay, but then again, Ouroboros can do the same thing at a much more faster rate. So you know what? We'll cut that one. Ugh, I didn't want to, but we'll do it just for now. Okay, 5 more cards. Got to cut 5 more cards, everyone. Okay, we're almost there. Almost done. Let's see. Tribute to the World Tree or Terra Symbiosis. I like the redundancy with both, but I don't know if that's actually going to help us. Then Hideaway. Okay, we're almost there, everyone. Almost there. I'm almost there. Let's see. Pull from tomorrow. We probably don't need this as much as I thought I did, so I'll probably cut that one. Math Magics. Still want to keep that one. Just for the memes, if nothing else. Okay, 4 cards left. Almost there. Protection. The Druid. Maybe we don't need the multiple choice. Cut that one. 3 more cards. Okay. How many lands are we running? 39 there overall. Should be enough for us, right? We have a lot of ways of ramping anyway, so we should be okay. 3 more cards. Ugh. Part of me feels like I don't know if the Otter's going to do too much for us, but maybe we cut the Otter? I don't know. Cut the Otter for now. I still want to get more X-Creature spells, so that's 2 more cards. 2 more cards to cut. Let's see. Primo does work well with the deck once we get the fractals going, so that's okay. Keep the other Zimone here. I feel like it's going to come down to the actual Hydras. Ugh. Okay, so we'll just cut a couple of them. Cut 1 Hydra there, that's 1. And the other Hydra there. Okay. All right, well, that's it, everyone. So that is now the upgraded version. So, okay. Let's see. Can this version here, untested, do anything for us for the remainder of the stream? We were going to solve for X on an upgraded deck now. Let's give it a shot, everyone. Let's try. Let's give it a shot. Not even tested. We're just going to roll with it. Looking at the clock right now, I know that took up a little bit more time than I thought, but we're going to try to see if we can push the stream out just a little bit longer, everyone. Just a little bit longer. We'll see. Maybe we can go maybe, I don't know, like maybe another 30, 40 minutes. I'm hoping that we can push it out maybe like, yeah, maybe like 45 more minutes. I can afford it for today. We will try. Okay, so let's see. What do we got here? Okay. 2 lands. A little slow, but that's okay. We're playing against Aziza. Oh, we did play with Aziza like a week and a half ago. So check that out, everyone, if you haven't seen that video. That's actually a pretty good one. She is actually a fun commander to play around. So I would definitely recommend her if you haven't done anything already. Okay, so for now, let's get out of Forest. Get our ramp on. Okay, so for here, Ochre Jelly. Only 1 for now. So we'll start pumping that little guy up. That jelly will get bigger. Okay. Opponent. That mountain out. Arcane Statement. Alright, that's fine. We're going to hold on to the Force Negation for now. Okay, Waterlogged Growth. That's great. So for here, paying ourselves for a smidge, but that's okay. Zimone is coming in. So the value train will be coming soon. Source Plowshare. Opponents. Okay. Opponent thinks they have the edge on us, but that's okay. Okay, so does Aziza come in? Molten Gatekeeper, okay. Math Magics. We will not do anything yet. Okay, deck. Ramp. Anytime now. I think we cut too much of it. General Crate. We will counter... Wait, can we counter that? Hold on a second. We can't counter it. Alright. They're pinging us. Okay, anything else, opponents? Ornithopter, okay. Okay, so from here, just gonna start swinging. No blocks. Down to 19. So we will instead just draw 2 cards. Ugh, that Pain Land is not doing too well for us. Okay, we finally got our lands. That's good. What do we discard, though? Discard the Mathematics for now. Finally, we got all of our lands. Where were they earlier? So let's see. Nothing yet. Okay. It's okay. Not a big deal, everyone. First game. Again, this deck is untested completely. Too bad, opponents. We get to wash away that, so counter that. Phew. Okay. Okay, Stadium Headliner. Okay. Okay, opponent's still pinging us. Do they swing? Okay, they do. Okay, so we got to get rid of General Crate. So that's our biggest threat right now. Okay, anything else, opponents? Nope. Okay. There we go. Hopefully that should be enough to protect us for a smidge. Opponent. Arcane Signet 1 Plains. Okay, nice. So we take the hit there, fortunately. But it does leave behind a token. Wait, no it doesn't. Wait, does it? It should. There we go. Get 1 token out of the deal. Zimone coming back. But is this too little too late? Okay, no attacks yet. Okay, we kind of ran a little clunky here with our mana base. So we might take the L on this one, but we're going to try to see if we can get a couple more wins with this one. Hoping. Lightning Helix. Opponent, do you have anything else? Have to return the favor. Okay. We will exile this. Pay the 1. Okay. So that completely fizzles. So there we go. That was pretty nice. Okay, opponent swinging. Headliner pings. Block. Molten. Headliner. We lose our creature. Small price to pay. But that's okay for now. Okay, Doppelgang. I would like Doppelgang when it preferably actually has actual targets. Like, I can only pay 1. But I guess that's helpful. Go to 5. Make a token. No attacks. So now we have our own Gatekeeper. That's kind of cute. Aziza, okay. Brings us down to 4. Land. Anything else, opponents? Oh, they have the Path to Exile. Alright, and that's game. Dang. Just when we were stabilizing there, we just couldn't hold on. Our deck kind of betrayed us with our mana base. I probably should have checked the mana base too real quick. Let's see, hold on. Is it correct? Did we lean into one color too much? Let's see, hold on. Let me double check the stats on this. Okay. We have more green than blue. So I think I'll do -1 island, add in 1 forest. Okay. Not a huge tweak, but just enough. All right, let's try this again. Let's fire it up, everyone. Let's see. I want us to see if we can get at least a couple wins with the upgraded version. Surely we have to have something that'll help us out there. Surely this can't be just another fumbling live stream. We had one earlier this year. We played the Anti-Ool deck, which was something that I was so excited for. I was like, yeah, this is going to be a great deck. And that deck completely fell flat. Like, we didn't get a single win the entire stream. So I'm hoping that is the bar basically for our lowest of low. So I'm hoping we don't get that far down today. We're not giving up, everyone. Okay, let's keep this hand. Okay, Innkeeper's Talent and the Experiment one is not too shabby. Okay, Vivi is going to be our biggest threat here, but we do have the Force of Negation, and we have a Mockingbird if we need to. So I'm hoping our opponent will let us go off here. Okay, opponent. No Vivi yet, but that's okay. Hedge Maze. Ugh. Mana, unfortunately, still clunky, everyone. Even with these changes here. That's okay. We're going to push through. Okay, so. Start swinging. Innkeeper's Talent. I can't say words today. Innkeeper's Talent is going to be great for us if we can just get that to kind of go off. Heuristic Study. Not too shabby either. Okay, finally we got an island off the top there. I guess we'll do that instead. Oh, all right. Experiment 1. Getting bigger. He growing. Down to 20. Now the hardest part is trying to make sure we can slow down our opponent. If we can get the Heuristic Study out next turn, that definitely will give us a huge, huge advantage. Okay, Lightning Greaves. Oh, actually, no. We'll get rid of the Mockingbird. Lightning Greaves because at least this way we can shut down Vivi if we manage to get the right piece. So that's gone. Phew. Too close there. Down to 24. Anything else, opponents? Unsummon. Do you pay the 1? Okay, that's fine. I mean, even if we can regenerate, it doesn't help us, so... Okay, it's gotta go bye-bye, fortunately. But, that's okay. Swings down to 21. Alright, so we'll play the island. We will play Heuristic Study. So even if our opponent has anything right now, we will start drawing a ton of cards. Experiment 1 is good. So at least with this plan currently, even if Vivi starts swinging, we can block, regenerate. For those that don't know, regenerate's an old school ability. Regenerate was big in my heyday when I was younger. So regenerate basically means that if the card would be destroyed... Okay, hold on. Do they pay the 1? So at least a Heuristic Study will hose a Vivi because that means that's a lot they gotta pay for. Okay. But normally with Regenerate, if it's combat, then you can take off the counters, at least in this instance, and then remove it from combat, and it basically becomes something you can't block. That's the whole idea with it. Seasonal Bolt, okay. We'll draw a card off of that. Thank you, opponents. Okay. Finally, we're getting somewhere now. Let's see here. Prismatic Vista. We'll get our green source first. Okay. And then if we do that... Okay, we don't have enough left over for anything else, so I think we'll do it this way. Poker Jelly for 1. Okay, get the counters on her. Nice. Put counters on that. There we go. Okay, we're starting to make some progress here. Our opponent is going to have to pay a lot if they don't want to deal with the Heuristic Study, so that might be our keys here. Ooh, Finale Revelation. Ugh, that is a scary card. Sound the alarm for that one. Okay, we're drawn to a Wild Surge. So they draw a brand new hand. But we can also draw cards too. So although they don't have no maximum hand size, they still got to pay for everything. So it's not like they get everything for free. At least I hope not. Midnight Clock, okay. Do you pay the 1, opponents? Huh? Thank you. I'll draw another card. Go to 16. But if Vivi's already tapped, that means they only have now 3 mana, well, 4 mana open. Retro Set Field, okay. Do you pay the 1 again, opponents? Maybe? Yes, no? They do, okay. Okay. Okay, Force of Will be nice when the time comes. Terra Symbiosis. And 1... Let's see, how many... That's 1, 2. Actually, no. Yeah. That's 4 mana. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. 1. That's actually 4. Okay. There we go. Draw that many cards. Nice. And from here, what do we want to put it on? I guess the jelly. Get some more counters there. Okay, not too shabby. We will start swinging here. Down to 16. Okay. We're still in it, everyone. This one might still go either way. But Vivi is absolutely busted, so I don't know if we're going to be able to fight one of the most powerful cards in all of Magic. So it's because we don't have the means to stop the whole thing. We do have a Force of Will, though. But we don't have a blue spell to pitch. So Force of Will can't do anything for now. But okay. Opponent's got 1, 2. Okay, mount them. Do they pay the 1? Draw another card off of that. Okay, now we got what we need. So we'll let that go for now. Gotta counter the right spell. Okay, Brawl's gotta go. But at least the good thing with Ristic Study was we were able to draw into what we needed, so... Opponent. Draw a card off of that. Thank you, opponent. Okay, they investigate. Rawl's gotta go, so... Pitch away Rapid Hybridization. Force of Will. Does it stick? Or do you have something else, opponent? Anything else, opponents? Narset's Reversal. Okay. That's another card we get to draw into. 3 steps ahead. Doesn't help us out now. Okay. Opponents. We will Force of Will again. Going with 3 steps ahead. Opponent, do you have another answer? Boy, man, these counter wars back and forth. Okay, we got it. Phew. Okay, that was good. We didn't want Rawl to get in, because that's also another troublesome card we got to fight. Opponent still technically has 8 mana open if they want to tap Vivi. So, do they have the shenanigans for it, or can we finally... Okay, finally, we need to go off here. Okay. So, from that... Vivi goes bye-bye. That is an ability, too, so... Unless if they have something to stop the ability, or they tap it... Ooh, Launching Taunt. Okay. Draw another card off of that. Oh, there we go. So we got the Cyclonic Rift. Okay. Opponent draws more cards. We bounce away Vivi, though, so that was our biggest thing we wanted out of the way. Okay. Got the Dream Root Cascades, so with that, we... Can't do it yet, but go to level 3. And then what do we... I guess the Jelly gets it? There we go. Draw a ton of cards. Nice. The Goose Mother will be good later on. Still can't swing, though. Oh, man, we're so close to stabilizing. This next turn pretty much will seal the deal. If we win or lose, but at least putting Vivi out of commission for a turn does make a difference. Okay. Launching Taunts are our only threat. We gotta fight. But if our opponent has enough to ping us with, then we're pretty much dead. So that means they need 3 pings, and we're gone. Okay. They still need to ping us 2 more times. Erratic Cyclops. Whew. Okay. Anything else, opponents? Those are clues, so they can't really do anything else. Right? Enter the... Oh, okay. Alright, well, that's game. No, not again! Oh, man, this is so rough. Oh, I'm just gonna cry. Oh. Wow, we're just not firing off. Even with some of the most broken cards in our deck, we still cannot get there. Wow. Are we just not meant to win today? Man, this is kind of depressing now. Okay, well, we're going to try a little bit more, everyone. Just a little bit more. Just going to hang in there just a little bit more. I don't want to give up. At this point now, the goal is to just get one win. Just one legit win. I'm hoping that we can at least get one off. So, okay, we can't cast anything with this hand. Okay, we'll keep this hand. This is fine. So for this, play the island. Pass. Okay. Well, it's playing mono green, so we'll just go from here. Okay, they're playing Sir Conrad, so it's going to be a lot of milling. Okay. Planner Genesis, dig 4 deep. Okay, that's not too bad. What do we want from here, though? Get the lessons from life. We will have enough ramp in a bit. Play the Innkeeper's Talent. And pass. Okay, come on, deck. We need a land. Hopefully I didn't get too ahead of myself here. Okay, they surveil. Okay, Unstoppable Slasher. That can't stick, so Slasher go bye-bye. We will get rid of 3 steps ahead. Phew. That would have really sped us up. That would have sped up the clock to kind of kill us quick. That's okay. Now we're at 23. We have time still. We have time. Nice. Astral Cornucopia. Okay. Zimone. And then it's a counter. So let's see. We can then pay. Okay, well, we still have to pay like the 3. So it's 1 less to cast. That means we'd have to cast this for 2. Okay, they mill. More milling. Hydroid Crisis. That's not too bad either. So let's see. Hydroid Crisis for 2. Zimone gets bigger. Nice. Crisis off of that. That's good. Okay, we'll put it on the Crisis there. Nice. No attacks yet. The Cornucopia for free actually will be nice to do too. So we are slowly making our progress here. But I am worried because they're mono black, we will start dealing with spot removal. Ooh, they remove the counters. That's annoying, but that's not enough to hurt us. We got the value we wanted off of the card. Let's see. We pay 1 there. Get there. Ideally, if we can get at least 1 more land, then we'd be fine. So let's hope we're doing this. Let's see if we can make this work. Okay, great. We did get the land, so that's good. Let's see. Just pay that 1. Okay, so now Zimone at least has ward 1. Put another counter on her. That's good. So now she's a 4/8. We'll start swinging now with her. Let's see. Does our opponent have an answer? If they do, Slip Out the Back at least protects us for a smidge. Okay, there we go. So let's see. So that's 7. So that means, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Oh, wait, no, that's 14. Okay, hold on. There we go. Cornucopia. And she also gets bigger. Okay, nice. So we now have 2 on that one. Farseek now helps us out. Okay, we're getting there. See? Deck's doing its thing, everyone. Hedge Maze. Surveil. Progress is being made, slowly but surely. Ooh, we'll keep that guy on top. And we still have enough room for Slip Out the Back to protect us in case if anything goes horribly wrong. So we are doing our thing here. Okay. They mill. Ooh, Shieldred. We have to watch out for that. Let's see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Okay. Opponent swinging. Nope. Okay. That's fine for us. That helps us out a lot. So with that, we will... Let's see here. So let's see. Zimone here gets 6. There we go. I'll take that big Hydra now. Big boy. And then let's draw 3 cards. Come on, deck. Give me a land. Okay. No lands. All right. Well, I guess we'll just go from here. Okay. We're making our progress. Okay. The Hydra gets more counters too. They getting bigger. Now the deck definitely feels like it's doing its thing. This is now where you want to hit your strides. Okay, opponents, do you have an answer? No, they don't. Okay, so it just gets rid of the crow. They milled again. That's fine. Okay, so from here, if Sheoldred comes in, she does. Hold on. Okay. Have to be careful with the card draw now, at least for the time being. Okay. Can't use the growth spiral, so that's annoying, but that's okay. Not a huge deal. Okay, Ochre Jelly's not too shabby either. Okay, so let's see. How do we want to do this here? Double green. So let's see. That's 1, 2, 3. Moan gets 9 off of that. Okay, so let's see. Trying to make sure I get this right. Okay, there we go. Big Primo. Okay. Counter's coming. He's an 18-18. Love that. Okay, so then from here, we can... I guess we'll keep him protected for a bit. So... do we want to do this now? No, we'll wait it out. It's tempting. Put another on Zimone. Cheapening those costs really now pays off. A lot. Scourge swinging. You might as well do it now. If they block with Sheoldred, and they do, so be it. Okay, so from here, Origin of Metal Bending. More counters. If this completely falls apart here, then at least we can push through against the Unstoppable Slasher. Okay, opponent. All right. Hold on. As everyone's indestructible. All right. So that goes bye-bye. Growth Spiral now. And then we'll put that down. Pass from here. Okay. They're still getting their life back, and we're still hanging in there as best we can. But dang. Honor is putting up a good fight on this one. So it's been a pretty good match. So I feel like this one now feels like you really are getting the gist of what you want this deck to do. Okay, opponents is looking at their graveyard. Unsealed Necropolis. Okay. So they're trying to steal some cards. They mill us for 3. That wasn't a huge deal for us, so we weren't worried about that. Okay. So they got back the skeleton and the crow. Okay, that's fine. Prismatic Vista, okay. Take a hit there, not a big deal. Go up to level 3. Now, I think we should be set to go here and get our victory. Alright, so with that, let's get out of forest. Okay. Let's see if we can get a big jelly off here. You could say our opponent's going to get super jelly here. Okay, and then, hold on. I want to make sure I do this right, so let's see, hold on. Okay, that pays for that. And then, let's see. a big jelly. Okay. I think we're set now, everyone. 20. Okay. Swing here. Big Primo. Big Primo. Opponents. Is this enough? This should be fine. Okay. Do the damage there. Primo does die, but he leaves behind a fractal for us, so we will take that. He leaves behind a 28-28. Okay. I think we're good now, everyone. We actually can now slip out the back their unstoppable slasher, and then that should be easy win for us. There we go. Now the deck. Oh, finally, the deck actually managed to do its thing. It took, like, the whole stream to do it, but we finally got there, everyone. Okay. Slasher, okay. That's fine. Okay, that's fine, too. Okay. So I think our best way to victory now is we just need to phase out the shield grid this next turn. That should be game. Okay. Anything else, opponent? Very Dream Teeth. Okay. Sure, why not? That's cute. Surveil, go ahead. I don't think they have anything else that realistically is going to stop us here, so... Aw, opponent! I was ready to phase out that shield rip, but we didn't need to because our giant creatures finally got the victory. Woo! That was well earned, everyone. That was well earned. All right, we did it. We did it. Okay. You know what? I think that's probably as good as it's going to get. I didn't manage to accomplish what I wanted to do, so you know what? I actually can't cut the stream on time this time. So, again, I do apologize. I know that wasn't meant to be the final game, but I don't think we're going to do any better than that, everyone. It was a grind for this one, but we did manage to at least score our victory there. Even though we only won, like, twice today, it's okay. I'm still happy with it, considering that this was a deck that I wasn't feeling too confident on, and I had no idea if I was going to be able to pull it off. I was happy with what we ended up getting with. I was happy with the end result, I should say. But otherwise, that is Solve for X for you in a nutshell, everyone. So you tell me in the comments below, what do you think? Would you play this deck in any way, shape, or form? And I'm just going to be honest. One more time, I said this at the beginning of the stream, but I'm going to say it again. I'm not fond of this color combination. It's my least favorite color combination of any of the Magic, like, what is it? I'm not a fan of Simic. Not big on green-blue as my thing, so that obviously shows in my deck tech that I'm not the best at building these styles of decks. Still, I did have fun with the deck when it did go off, but we struggled a lot here. I'm sure if someone out there is more in tune with like Simic colors and token generation and counters and whatnot, I'm sure you probably can do a way better job than I did with this deck. Still, one more time, that's not to say I hate Zimone or anything. I think she is a good card, but you got to be very particular about how you build her. So I think the budget version felt like I did her a disservice. So I'll say that now. It's not my cup of tea, but again, if you are a fan of this style, maybe I should probably play with Primo. I think Primo probably would have been, for me, personally, a little bit more of an exciting deck. Because this one was, again, it focuses on something that I've done many times. Even though it is a little boring, it does counters, it does tokens. I mean, how can you go wrong with that combo? I just wanted to try something different with Zimone here, so that's why I chose her, versus, say, Primo as the alternate commander. But if you do want to try with, X spells and 0/0 power creatures, Primo is, I'm sure, a fun card if you actually do take the time to build around it. Having said that, if you are willing to spend a silly amount, as you saw from our upgraded deck here, and again, we threw in all the bells and whistles. We threw in Great Henge, for crying out loud, Force of Wills in this version here, Ristic Study, I can go on. But the idea, of course, is this deck here, if you can afford it, is hilariously strong and gets out of control very quickly. You saw in that last game there, that was the best example we were ever going to get of probably this deck, because even though I'm not good at building Simic decks, I think this one upgraded felt a lot better. Yes, it does use a lot of staples, but hey, I mean, sometimes that's what you want to do with the deck. Chris Antogo, hello, my fire friend. How you doing today? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Thanks again for joining us here. Chris Antogo, I think Quandrix, the Professor, is a better deck in Simic from the new set. Primo is pretty good. Oh, that's right, Quandrix. Oh, this is something I forgot to mention also. Again, even though this is not my color combination per se that I'm good with, there are some if you actually want to play with other things from Strixhaven. So, If you do like the colors, or maybe you want to try some other things that we didn't get a chance to play on this stream, there's other guns I saw here, like Berta here, Wise Extrapolator. So this is a Frog Druid here that has increment ability. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on Berta, add 1 mana of any color. Honestly, I realized I probably did a disservice by not putting this into the deck, because this could have helped us with some pseudo ramping. So this actually could have been helpful for just going off with counters and drawing cards. So maybe I probably would have played this instead. So this is another one of those cards that you can consider if you actually want to, you know, improve the deck a bit more. Quandrix, the proof here, Elder Dragon, he has Cascade. And this ability, let's be honest, like Cascade is a bonkers ability if you know how to build around it. I'm honestly not too good with building Cascade decks, so Chris Antogo, to answer your question there, yeah, I probably maybe should have looked at this one to build, but I don't know. At the same time, I'm not good with Cascade decks, so I'd have to be a little bit more mindful as to how I do it. So that's why I kind of chose not to. I guess I honestly fell back on Zimone because I'm used to playing counters decks and ramp and stuff like that, so that's probably the reason why maybe I fell into a safe zone here. Still, if you want to try these, Bertus can be fun. You don't have to do frogs. You can just do counter shenanigans and tokens, so that's an easy build. Quandrix here sounds like, again, if you can pull off Cascade, this sounds like an absolutely busted way to do it. So check those out if you haven't done so already. And then otherwise, not much else I really want to say except, like, look at, if you do want to do, again, more of the counter and token shenanigans, there's cards that we omitted from the deck, but you can try, like Applied Geomancy can be fun. We didn't try it, but Emeritus of Abundance can help you again with regrowth if you want to pull it off that way to kind of use cards over and over again. Comforting Counsel here from the Witherbloom side of it can get you much more bigger creatures if you want to go wide with tokens, so consider this if you're going to do that. We cut out Germination Practicum here, but that's not to say this is a bad card. This can be an extremely powerful card, but at least with the way we designed our deck, this feels like this is better in a go wide strategy, not necessarily a go big strategy like we did. So we were focusing mostly on just building up the 1 or 2 creatures we did have on the field here. Speaking of that, if you do want to go the route with going wide with tokens and counters, then you can also throw in also Echo Casting Symposium here. This is another one of the paradigms that I chose to omit, even though we didn't really cover it, because this one mostly, again, focuses on tokens, but it's very slow with tokens. So you would only want this if you're going to do, like, you know, doubling season shenanigans. Definitely then throw this in, because this is then an all-star for that kind of a deck. But overall, you can definitely mix and match this however you want. With Zimone here, don't feel like it has to be just, like, as I did mostly, it was creatures with X spells in them. I have fun with that, but that's usually my jam. If you want to do X spells where maybe, I don't know, like, you want to be evil and steal stuff, or, you know, like, hold on, let's see. Let me show you, for example, some of the stuff we missed out on. So hold on. So if you want to go the route of gaining control of things in these colors, there's other things you can do here, like, you got Entrancing Melody, Mass Manipulation, Snowborn Simulacrum. Cards like this can be really, really gnarly if you actually want to go that route. But there's all kinds of things you can do with a deck like this. So don't feel like you have to stick to what I did today. This, again, is, again, how I would build it if I actually had all the money and paper to work with here. Chris Antogo, trying to see if I pull Quandrix for free before I spend a wild card on it. Ooh. Well, good luck to you on that one. I hope you do pull it, because this one, I had all the cards already, but I did have to create a couple more rare Hydras just to kind of make the deck fill out. So that did kind of cut it a little bit to that, but I'm trying to save up as much as I can, because I know coming up soon is Marvel. Honestly, I really don't want to do any of the Marvel decks, but I know for content reasons, and I know this is a content creator problem, we're going to have to save up anyway for those. So I'm sure there'll be at least some fun decks, but realistically, I just want to gloss over that set. But for now, I'll try to be more careful about what I craft, because there's been quite a few cards that I thought were going to be good in Strixhaven, and they kind of fell flat for me. But again, best of luck to you. Hopefully that works out for you. Now, before we get going, as always, if you do like the decks, I'll leave links for both of these in the details below once we're done here in just a little bit. But before we go, here's again, for those of you that stuck around this far into the stream, my True Fire friends, a little sneak peek as to what we're going to be doing with coming up soon. So we have our Silver Quill aggro deck, everyone. So this is, again, what I was talking about, where I was actually happy with what Silver Quill did going forward. So you get a sneak peek here. Don't worry. I'm going to try to finish this up as quick as I can. If not tomorrow morning, Sunday morning. So I'm sorry it's going to get delayed just a little bit, but, you know, life happens. We're going to get this deck tech done. I did run into some audio issues, so hopefully that won't affect the end result. But if it does, again, apologize in advance. But we're going to work with what we have. So this will be, again, what we're going to talk about. That's made for standard. So at least you have something that I built for standard that is not the typical. It's not the typical Prismari blue, red, or landfall shenanigans. I wanted to do something fresh, so this should be a fun one for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And then finally, a Lordhold Mill deck that actually I really had a lot of fun with building. This one was not an easy one to build, but I think we have just enough now where I probably can start recording this one probably Sunday afternoon if I have some time, because this one actually was a great deck and a very refreshing take on Boros colors. Yes, it is going to be Spellslinger, but utilizing the graveyard for value in these colors is actually a pretty spicy option for you guys. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this one too. I do look forward to showing off that one soon. Otherwise, as far as the remaining live streams we're going to do, we just got to finish up the remaining colors. So I will, of course, need to do a Quandrix deck, at least 60 cards. So I will try to do that. We already did pretty much everything else. We just need to do the Prismari. So we'll try to put together something that's not too samey. But we'll try to put together a Prismari deck for you guys. I haven't had a chance to build it yet. Hopefully it's not something too VV-ish, but we'll try something, at least in the colors, that we can help us fire off. That'll be it. And then beyond that, you know, I'll try to throw together maybe some random decks while we're waiting for the next set. I might do a player stream where if you guys want to challenge me for one morning/afternoon, I'll be available for that. Probably we'll fire that off before we get to Marvel. At least just to have a little bit of fun together, everyone. It's been a while since we've done a player stream, and that'll be available for you guys. I'll make an announcement, of course, I'll cross my socials if you're interested in participating later on. If not this month, definitely starting once we get to the spoilers for Marvel coming up. But otherwise, that's going to be it for now, everyone. Oh, Crescento. Ooh, nice. I need something new for Standard. Yes, don't worry. This one's going to be a fun one. I had a lot of fun putting this one together. Although I forgot to mention, I'll say this right now. I did have a backup deck. I have a Lessons deck. And actually, I've been using this one to rank up with. But the reason why I chose not to do another Pioneer deck was because I like what this deck is doing, but it feels, again, it doesn't feel like it's breaking any new ground with these colors. It's pretty much going to be the same old, and I know it's using Shieldred as a crutch, so I'm going to save this one maybe for like a separate Patreon video. Well, maybe I'll probably show that one off for those that want to be paid subscribers for the channel that want to support me. Which reminds me, if you do want to support me and you do like what we've been doing, if you haven't already done so already, show some love. Like, follow, and subscribe wherever you're watching my content so you don't miss out on any of our future gameplay, booster pack openings, deck techs, meme videos, and so much more. We try to do 2 streams a week, everyone, so next stream will definitely be on Wednesday. I'll have some free time that way, so I assure you guys will get something going that day. No matter what time it is going to be at, I'll let you guys know. But again, if you want to support me and try to check out my exclusive content, we do have a members-only playlist of stuff that doesn't get posted to the main video. Sometimes I do live stream stuff like that. That's different from our usual Magic stuff, but then we move it over towards the members only / Patreon paid wall. Just FYI. But even if you don't want to do that, no big deal, everyone. Just simply join the Discord, so you can be part of our growing group of fiery friends over there for free. Otherwise, enough of my shilling. I have to get going, everyone. So I have to take care of some couple of personal things. But again, I want to wish all of you guys a happy afternoon or evening wherever you're at. Please enjoy your weekend. Have fun out there, everyone. And a final shout out to everyone that was here with me in this live chat for today. Noobishly Foolish, thanks again for popping in for the evening. Hopefully you have a good night where you're at. Sneaky Toilet, I also know you're halfway across the world. So again, have a good evening. Take care of yourself out there. Chris and Togo, appreciate you also being here as well and giving out those quick little bits of info for you. Appreciate that as well. And I'll be nice. So Zakina 514, I know you kind of shilled the kick stuff, but still, I'll even be nice. I'll wish you a happy weekend, assuming you're not a bot, of course. But otherwise, that's it for today, everyone. One more time, have a wonderful weekend. We're going to get a chance to do this again Wednesday. But before I go, as always, I want to leave you with the most important thing I always like to say. Just remember that no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. We will see you again for a new live stream on Wednesday, everyone. Later.